The following programme is a presentation of Jez Sports.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, again. Welcome to the Main Event Podcast. Today we're looking at AEW All In London, Wembley Stadium. My name's Dan. That is Jez, who's remembered to put his mic on now. Oh, how is everything now, Jez?
Well, we should note for, everyone, because the previous 10 minutes that we'd recorded that were just your voice will be removed from history. But yes, we did start this show already. We were deep into 0 hour, and then I realised that my microphone was not functioning. So it's working now. I've got a nice, good waveform, so we can do that and get on with it. So yes, All In London, Wembley Stadium.
There we go. He was there. I was not. I'm the champion. Carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like I took the piss out of you a lot more than that, actually. I'd quite enjoy doing that again, if that's all right. We'll just do that one more time.
No.
Have I missed my chance?
Yes.
Well, that's a shame. I'll have to find some other ways to take the piss throughout the show. That is to say as well, and I'll say it for the second time because you couldn't hear me last time.
Yeah.
And again, erase from history. This will not be our usual family-friendly show. This will be an explicit show because as someone who went to All In London, I'm going to get very excited and probably won't be able to restrain myself from swearing. And also, the content itself was very sweary. So
it was very sweary.
It's pretty difficult to not say some of the things and repeat some of the things that they said without swearing.
Yeah.
So, put the children to bed. This one is not family friendly. See the kiddie winks for All Out next week. We can be more family friendly for that, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Probably. Also to say that in terms of predictions for your wonderful championship belt there that I will one day own, we have some Impact Wrestling predictions to add in as well from the two events that have taken place in the last 2 weeks. Multiverse United 2, which was a New Japan co-event, and Emergence as well. We've got predictions and results for those. Those numbers will all come out at All Out.
All Out.
All Out. We'll have loads of numbers, loads of random other stuff, and there's a lot of wrestling going on in this next couple of weeks, and it's going to be insane. I say All Out. Actually, Payback's first, isn't it?
Yeah. Payback, then All Out.
Yeah, which is good, really. I thought they were going head to head at first, and having two pay-per-views on at the same time. But okay, so we're going to do them both on the same night, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Payback and All Out next week, whether the children can listen. How's that?
There we go.
Right. 0 hour. The very, very long 0 hour. Didn't need to be 2 hours long by any means. They could have got the actual matches and things that they did in the ring down to 1 hour and not faffed about. But they did faff about. And
a lot of faff.
The first two bits of faff about were in-ring segments. The first was a contract signing between Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs. The second was Jeff Jarrett telling everyone how much he loved England and that we were superior in terms of British wrestling. That's what he said, right? That's right. That's what I heard. It's a big stadium. It was echoey. That's what I heard.
Exactly what I heard.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Contract signing, first of all.
Contract signing, just whatever. Meh. It was a stereotypical contract signing. Typical security guards. Just rubbish. And yeah,
it was an event that, or a segment that came and went, I should say.
Came and went,
could have done it on Collision, could have not done it at all. It was nice to see Miro, I guess. I haven't seen Miro before. Obviously, I haven't seen Powerhouse Hobbs before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think before Clash at the Castle, when was the last WWE event that I went to? It must have been 2008. So there's a whole crop of people that I've never seen before, and some that I have, because they're still knocking about, like CM Punk. Definitely seen CM Punk before. That was cool.
The old man.
Yeah. When I saw CM Punk, he had long hair and was still doing.
My God.
I think he was just about to enter the Straight Edge Society type.
My
shtick.
God, that's going way back.
It is going way back. Yeah. Yo, Freddie, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a very long time. Hope you're well. We are discussing All In. I was at Wembley for the All In. Unbelievable. Yes, I was as well. Dan wasn't, but
I wasn't. Shut up.
Yeah, well, you can share your favourite moments as we go, Freddie, and Dan can cry in the corner about it, basically.
Shut up.
Okay, so that was the contract signing, and the other segment in the 0 hour pre-show was Jeff Jarrett. Good, bad, ugly.
Good, bad, ugly. Ugly. Grado.
Yeah,
I'm not
a fan of
that he's ugly.
Yeah, I mean, he is ugly for a start, but I just don't understand the love for Grado.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
There's a reason he's not signed to any major promotions. It's because he's a bit crap, to be honest.
He is crap. He's not a bit crap. He is crap.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that all you've got for that whole thing?
Well, White laying out saying, why not? Guitar. It looked like a hell of a smash.
It was a hell of a smash. Yeah. It reverberated all the way through the stadium that I was at and Freddie was at and you weren't. But yeah, hell of a sound. Great sound. My favourite moment was Jeff Jarrett saying British slang in his accent. It was funny to hear. Yeah, that got a chuckle out of us too. Yeah, I can't remember what he said, but he really went into a good list of like classic British insults. I think he was like slappers. He definitely said wankers. They said wankers a lot across the course of the night. They love saying wanker to the Americans. Doesn't sound right when they say it though. Some of the things
wanker,
like it works. Funnier in an American accent. And it was not said on the night, but hey, we're swearing on this show, and we don't get to do it often, is the word twat.
Twat.
Because Americans say twat.
Oh, yeah, they say twat.
Yeah, you twat.
See, it's because Americans don't know how to speak English.
Well, they've got their own English that they've cultivated over the last 200 years.
They've very cultivated it.
Cultivated like sewer? Cesspit? Is that?
Yeah, I mean they can't even say aluminium properly.
Well, I will slightly defend them in that they've just given that metal a completely different name. They don't call it aluminium because that's not how they spell it. They've given it a new name. I don't know why, but
because they're idiots.
It's not that they just miss out letters or anything. That's just a different word. Anyway, some goods from me. I too am like Grado, meh for the bads. Goods, Paul White, I guess.
Yeah,
it's nice to see the old Big Show again. And one thing that I hadn't realised because I probably wasn't paying attention, his entrance theme is sung by the same person that sung his entrance theme for WWE, Joe Altier.
Yeah.
So it was nice to hear that voice again. At least the "will" at the beginning. It's been a long, long time, and other lyrics that I don't know. Well, that's basically what the song was.
Yeah, don't sing.
Well, Jeff Jarrett name dropping all of the old British wrestlers and mentioning World of Sport in addition to the British slang that Freddie mentioned. And the mere fact that AEW remembered that Anthony Ogogo existed for at least 10 minutes. Haven't seen that guy for a
he's
very
there.
long time. They even re-signed him to a contract. They must have found him somewhere. God knows where he was hiding. Maybe it was Chicago. Maybe they've just got back to Chicago to prep for All Out. Maybe they put him in a cupboard last year at All Out. That's about when he was last seen.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was part of the that QTV group or whatever they used to be called before they were
whatever
QTV.
The hell that's that thing.
Yeah, what's his name? QT Marshall Stable.
QT Marshall, in
the previous name, because he teamed with no, I'm not going to remember his name. Aaron Solo. Oh, I did remember his name. Check that out. He teamed with him a lot on Dark and Elevation. And they found him. So there you go.
Great.
But overall, we could have done without it. It was nice to see Jeff Jarrett. The last time I saw Jeff Jarrett was at London Comic Con a few years ago. So
nice.
That was nice. I had a good chat with him then. I saw Billy Gunn in that same convention actually.
Oh, cool.
He was a very decent bloke. More on him later. Obviously, there's nothing to predict there, and we weren't told this was happening, so we wouldn't have been able to anyway.
Yeah.
On to the action of 0 Hour, starting with the ROH World Tag Team Championships. Aussie Open versus Better Than You, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And it's me for the good, the bad, and the ugly of this one.
Yeah.
I get the best things, like going to All In. See a theme forming. Let's start with the ugly, because this isn't really anything new, but it is ugly, and that is Mark Davis's hair.
Yes.
I don't know what he thinks he's doing there. It's not that he doesn't have hair or that his head is a weird shape or anything. He's just cut it very strangely.
Got weird hair.
Yeah. I don't. It's like he's taken a bowl. And then he's kind of smashed the bowl and just kept the bottom bit, the bit that you put on the table, put that on his head, and then just shaved around it. In fact, by putting my hand on my head, that actually this looks like Mark Davis's fringe now.
You are Mark Davis.
I am currently Mark Davis with a hand on my head, but
Jesus
his
Christ,
hair,
that's not what you want.
His hair looks like that at the front. It's very and I am a man who is, fairly insecure about my hair, but that I don't know how he does it. I just could not go out in public with hair that looked like that. Bad then.
Yes.
And there is video footage of this as I shouted towards the ring from my seat. Aussie Open cutting off Adam Cole's Adam Cole, baby, as I was trying to record it for my 5-year-old daughter, who absolutely loves
Adam Cole.
And
baby.
Does not care for anything else in wrestling, but loves Adam Cole. Go figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yes. No, when we were talking generally about the wrestling death last week, she got very concerned that it was Adam Cole, and we had to reassure her that no, Adam Cole's still alive.
Adam Cole's fine.
It's fine. But on that note, rest in peace, Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, whom we featured in the Open. But also Terry Funk. Not as sad for Terry Funk, because he had a long, good life and a long, good career. And was not cut short in unfortunate circumstances, but still, thank you for your contributions. And also to another person who had a very long life, Bob Barker, guest host of Monday Night Raw and general icon of the entertainment business.
Yeah.
He will be missed too. Don't forget to get your pets spayed or neutered. Now, the goods of this match. I've only got 2. The kangaroo kick.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm glad that he did nail that. I was hoping he would nail it in the main event, but he didn't.
No.
Can't have it all. And the sound of the pop for the double clothesline. Just the ovation that it got when they hit the double clothesline.
Yeah.
People lost their minds, and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah. What say you?
Yeah, I got just another thing. It was just thumb to the eye. Good bit of cheating.
Yeah,
Why not? From MJF. Go for it. But that's
fair
about
enough.
it.
Fair enough. Prediction-wise,
Mm.
I don't think you or I or anybody expected Adam Cole and
No.
MJF to actually win this match, and we both predicted retain for Aussie
Yeah.
Open. So we start the show as big fat
Donuts.
zeros, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got nothing for you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Next up, for the FTW Championship, Jack Perry versus Hook. I have a lot
give us a hook
to say about this one, but it's your turn.
Oh, God.
The good, the bad,
I don't
and the
have
ugly.
too much to say, so we're going to be quicker.
Okay.
So I thought it was all right. Wasn't great, but it was all right. Fighting up the ramp, great. Using the car, okay. The windshield broke beautifully. And I quite liked the fake coast to coast.
Yes.
That was quite fun.
That was
I
incredible.
Quite like that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Wasn't great.
See, I disagree with you. I think this was a really good match. I think this deserved to be on the main show. To be honest with you, I think it was it was wasted on the pre-show a little bit. My only slight bad, and it's not even bad, it's more an excuse for putting something in the bad section. I've got none. Even Aubrey Edwards was tolerable. And if there's any match in which you can expect her to be fully emoting and going nuts about, it's this one. But no, she seemed pretty sedate. Maybe the jet lag had calmed her down a bit, but she was tolerable throughout the night. I was very shocked. I was expecting to boo her quite a lot. Didn't need to.
That's weird. Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling fine, mate. I went All In. The goods.
Swivel on it.
Jack Perry arriving by limo.
Yeah.
I thought that was nice. It kind of called back to the early stages of this rivalry just after he turned heel on Hook. That was nice. As you said, the suplex on the roof, the fisherman suplex through the windscreen that Jack Perry pointed out was a real windscreen. Apparently, that moment was a dig at CM Punk.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know that Jack Perry and CM Punk had a altercation backstage.
They had a little coming together after this, so obviously the CM Punk match followed this on the Open. Apparently that pointing out to the camera that the glass was real was a dig at CM Punk. I have read on the internet. I'm not quite sure how or why, but I just report what I see.
Fine.
So there you go. I also liked the rolling thunder from the limo roof to the bonnet.
Yeah.
There were many ways that could go wrong, and for it to be so perfectly executed was excellent. The draping DDT from the barricade. The jungle wanker chants from the crowd.
There was some good chants in this
there were
event.
some cracking chants, some cracking signs as well. I haven't seen a decent crowd sign in ages, and there were some really decent crowd signs. I'll try and remember some as they are relevant to the matches.
The
fake coast to coast and the Taz mission for the win. I know he's been doing it, Hook that is, has been doing it the entire time and calling it Red Rum, but I thought this was a particularly good example of a Taz mission. I'm not calling it Red Rum, it's a Taz mission.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And predictions. You went for Jack Perry. I went for Hook, so that will take me to being the one.
Okay.
Boom. Guns up. I just thought Hook would get the belt back, and so they didn't have to retire it, or Jack Perry wouldn't trash it, basically.
Yeah.
Just seemed to make sense to me. Main show. Began with the Real World Championship.
Yes.
CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. It's me, isn't it?
Yes.
I've not really got much negative to say about this one, actually. I mean, it's two of the best of the world in Punk and Joe, so that's hardly surprising. But I was disappointed with their last outing during the Owen Hart tournament, so I was ready for this to be disappointing, but it wasn't. I will start with the bad and the ugly. The ugly being the supposed backstage altercation between Punk and Jack Perry beforehand. When is all of this nonsense going to end? Is kind of the question.
Yeah.
There you go. Whatever. The bad, the ending was a little bit out of nowhere for me, but that said, I am glad that Samoa Joe didn't kick out of the super finisher, the super Pepsi plunge from the top rope, because that would have been ridiculous to kick out of that move. So
yeah,
good, I guess. First crowd sign of note was the best in the world at being a bitch crowd sign directly in front of Punk at ringside. That was a cracking sign. I don't agree with the sentiment, but I do like
crowd sign.
I do like the effort that was put into that, and I expect it did get a reaction.
Yeah,
which is good. Something you don't see very often happen in this match. Punk faking out to avoid Samoa Joe's nope, walking away.
Yeah,
like you don't see that very often. I can't remember a time where anybody has avoided being noped by Samoa Joe, so that's good. But then followed up with being noped by the plancher instead, and then Samoa Joe just cracking out a wanker gesture as he thudded behind him.
Yeah,
like I will nope you at some point. Noping is inevitable from Samoa Joe.
Noping is inevitable with Joe.
Yeah. CM Punk being slammed through the bottom of the announce table.
Yeah.
I like that. I liked as well the reaction that it got on commentary watching it back. He was like, Nigel McGuinness going, I thought it was a piece of wood hitting my leg, but it was actually CM Punk, and there he was. I'm like, okay, cool. I like that. It's a nice bit
fair enough.
Nice bit of commentary. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the, I want to say tributes. I just lack a better term, really. I'm not sure they were tributes. Maybe they were homages. I don't know.
Mocking
to John Cena and Hulk Hogan. The spin out powerbomb into the, or what would have been into the You Can't See Me, but he didn't go that far. And then doing the Hulk Hogan leg drop and the and the
ear thing.
Listening thing. Yeah, that doesn't really have a name, does it?
The listening ear hand thing.
I wanted to call it the What You're Gonna Do's, but that's that thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that. So yeah.
Get it right, man.
What's that? I'm old, I can't hear you. That's what it is called now.
Yeah, that.
It's progressed over time. What say you?
You summed it up well. There's only one thing I wasn't too keen on, was when Punk went through the bottom of the announce table, comes out pouring with blood. It's like the bottom of the announce table, when he went through it looked like he just basically went through paper. And it's like, that's not really going to make you, it might get a bit of a paper cut, but it's not going to make you gush with blood. So it was a bit like,
I've had some pretty vicious paper cuts in my time, let me tell you. And I stan it. I think that came from the paper, just paper cut straight to the forehead.
But to be honest, throughout the night, it looked like that bit was deliberately put there on the table to break.
Oh, absolutely.
It broke a few times. So
yeah.
But apart from that, it was a good match.
AEW use solid as hell announce tables most of the time that you can't really put people through unless they've like jigged it.
Yeah,
they use actual tables rather than pieces of paper like the others do. Okay, predictions. We both went for CM Punk, which takes me to 2, I thank you, and puts you on the board as the one.
I am the one.
Next up, and they really rattled through these matches. I appreciated it.
Yeah.
The Golden Elite versus Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita.
Mm.
Over to you.
Mm. The only thing I have wrong with this is the Golden Elite.
You just don't like them, or?
I don't like Kenny Omega. I just think he's so overrated. So overrated. Don't get me wrong, he's a great wrestler. But he's so overrated. Everyone hypes him up so much.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fine.
I think he is very much living off the hype of the past. You know, back in New Japan, certainly, the hype was real and he lived up to every moment of it. But aside from those matches with Will Ospreay, and you could argue that, you know, Will Ospreay was a very big part of that, it's not the same Kenny Omega.
No.
But
yeah,
you know, I liked seeing the throwback, the Golden Elite, and
yeah,
you know, his kind of entrance was great to hear. It's quite an iconic wrestling song. His entrance theme, the battle cry. So that was nice. On the ugly side, to jump in while we're talking about music, Konosuke Takeshita's theme in the stadium, it was just head melting bass. Like, it actually hurt my ears. Yeah. So imagine that in a stadium, echoing with it exemplified by massive speakers. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
It was, yeah. It was even more annoying than your rendition of it then, in fact. Yeah, was not a fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
Ibushi is a beast with his strikes. It's like, just take, and he could take the strikes as well. Like when he stood there and asking for more from Jay White, it was like, yeah, okay, I can get behind you, mate. The ref had no control.
Yeah, I've got that. Barely a tag at all.
That's no control. And it's that same ref. He always does it. That ref.
It's Rick Knox. Yeah. It's like, oh, we need things to be a bit loose. Let's just use Rick Knox. Yeah. No, and during this match, my wife, who was with me at All In, said, "Do they not have to tag? What's going on?" I'm like, yes. Sorry, I should have told you. This is AEW. They don't bother with that kind of nonsense.
They don't bother with that rubbish.
And then there was a guy in the row in front of me who hadn't said a word to us all night. Just turned around and went, yeah, he's right there. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
That's brilliant. Another thing that was a bit ugly was Adam Page's suicide dives. They weren't very good. He kept on catching himself on the ropes, and I was just thinking, just stop, man. Just stop. You're gonna kill yourself.
It's not his style either. That's not the kind of wrestler that he is. There's no need for it.
Just stop, man.
Yeah.
And then Takeshita's roll-up win.
Yeah, I've got roll-up finishing bad as well.
Yeah. It wasn't very good.
I don't have any real kind of goods. I've got decent enough. It was a decent enough match, but there were no real standout moments. It wasn't spectacular. I think it was a match that happened, if we're really being honest about it, which is a shame considering the players involved. And you know how much I love Jay White. And I was marking out over Jay White, and I was like, this is all a bit meh.
Yeah,
which is a shame. Also a shame, I went for the Golden Elite, so I don't get any points here. You went for Bullet Club Gold and Konosuke Takeshita, so that will take you to 2. You're doing a 2 as a gun salute, are you?
Gun salute now.
Yeah, we could actually probably do a gun gun slap
Hold
on the
where am I?
side.
There
Yeah.
we are. Ready, go.
Hang on, we should probably time this out. 1, 2. I got 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could too sweet too, probably. Like,
Oh
if
yeah. Hold on.
I don't know how to bend my hand this way. How am I gonna? No, like that. There we go.
Right.
Too sweet.
There we go.
It's the lamest thing I've ever done on camera.
Right.
All that to say, we're both on 2.
Yes.
Next, AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR versus the Young Bucks.
You.
I was not a fan of this match.
I wasn't too much of a fan.
Unlike everyone around me and seemingly the entire stadium, I just couldn't get on with it.
No, I couldn't either.
It was long, unnecessarily
long.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point that I kept yelling "Long as shit party" in the tune of the Young Bucks theme. It didn't go down very well. Yeah, other bads. The super kick knocks you out song that they came into, the supposed
that
tribute
was
to Queen.
rubbish.
It was awful. It was truly awful. And other people dug it. My wife dug it. I'm like, no, mate, this ain't it. Just, no, thank you. Don't need this.
Yeah.
Rick Knox can't do rules once again.
Yeah.
Like, well, we gotta have the crap ref in here to make sure that nobody has to tag.
Yeah.
Kicking out of Shatter Machine. Nope.
Yeah.
Kicking out of the BTE trigger. Nope. Don't like that. Ugly. The streamers.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them, but they didn't work as intended, and they hung around literally all
for the
night
rest
long.
Of the show. Yeah.
And they were in the way of the hard
Stupid.
camera, and they couldn't do anything about it because they were broken too high to do it without sending someone up on a ladder or something. So I don't think they'll be doing that again.
No.
Similar to Adam Page in the last match, FTR doing flips.
I know. I don't get it.
No, this is not what we want from you. Yeah, fists, no flips, just fists. That's your whole shtick. Like they are special as a team because they don't do any of that, and they are a throwback to the bygone day of no flippy dippy stuff. So I don't want to see you doing a shooting star press.
No.
Cash Wheeler, probably.
Yeah. I don't know.
Still can't tell them apart. And finally in the uglies, Jackson pulling up Cash's arm from the pin.
Yes.
Like, oh, he's not going to kick out. I'll do it.
Yeah.
It just looked awful. And I'm a big critic of the Young Bucks for breaking kayfabe and just generally kind of breaking parts of the wrestling law. Yeah. But that was bad. Two things that were good. The countering of the double sharpshooter, especially Cash Wheeler being sent into the steps. That looked nasty. It sounded nasty in the stadium. It looked nasty on television. And the final finishing Shatter Machine just looked incredible. It was a really good Shatter Machine. I like that one. Anything to add from you?
When did they start calling it Shatter Machine from Big Rig?
I don't know. Shatter Machine was obviously what it was called in WWE.
Yeah.
And then they called it Big Rig when they turned up. And then I think they realized that the new kind of powers that be in WWE don't really care. So they're just going to do it until they're told to stop, I think.
Yeah.
I prefer the name Shatter Machine to Big Rig. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I really don't think that legally they could call him Badass Billy Gunn.
No.
But they did it anyway. Legally, I'm not sure they can call him Billy Gunn, actually. I think that's just an agreement between old friends that they're going to leave him be. But anyway. Predictions. We both went for the Young Bucks. I really thought that the founders were gonna get their belts back, but I'm glad to be wrong in this instance. FTR
Do you want to know
win.
why I went with Young Bucks?
Go on then.
Because of what's happened with whoever it is in FTR.
With Cash Wheeler, yeah, and his pending legal issues. No, I think we can expect to see them drop the titles fairly soon before that really kicks in.
Yeah,
and he has to do court appearances and potentially might actually have a little bit of prison time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on how that goes, but yeah, no, I'm with you there. We were both wrong.
Yeah,
what are you going to do? Next up, Stadium Stampede. Eddie Kingston, Best Friends, and Orange Cassidy, and Penta El Zero Miedo versus Santana, Ortiz, Wheeler Yuta, John Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli. It's you, so go for it.
It's just so much going on.
Yes.
So much going on.
I very often say when watching wrestling on television, when they have these things like they go backstage or they're on the ramp or even just at ringside, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the crowd right now because they can't see anything. The first time I've ever experienced it in all the wrestling I've been to, I'm like, I can't really see anything. There was something going on in the ring at all times, I will say that, but it was like the least interesting thing of all the things that were happening most of the time. So but there's fighting on the ramp, branding iron, Mox bleeding a lot as usual. Is this are these goods, bads, ugly?
This is just running down stuff that was happening. The skewers in Mox's head, that was ugly.
I hate that so much. I really don't like that spot. It's usually spaghetti that they do that with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't like it. Please don't ever do that.
The fork. I like Penta coming back as his other self, shall we say. But apart from that, it was just a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah. I did manage to pick out a few things I liked, some good things.
Go on then.
I liked the kind of Peaky Blinders-esque gear that the BCC wore.
Yes.
It was a bit Matrix as well, but you can't have it all. I liked that the BCC came out first. Therefore, they didn't play Wild Thing for 10 years throughout the rest of the match.
God for that.
I was very happy about that. I expressed a lot that I was very happy about that. As a result of the fighting going elsewhere, barely saw Eddie Kingston, and that was fan-fucking-tastic.
That was brilliant.
I mean, watching on TV, you saw a lot more of him, but
I know, but you still didn't see much.
I saw him very little until the end when he came down at the end. So that was cracking.
Well, less Eddie Kingston is always a win.
Yeah. And that's a shame because I enjoyed him in the G1 tournament, and he's just come back to being, Thuggy Magoo back in AEW, and I'm not a fan. Thuggy Magoo. The Trent Beretta toss suplex onto the barbed wire board, it just looked so magnifique. Enjoyed that. And Chuck Taylor's beautiful pile driver, just such a good move. And I'm like, Chuck, where has this come from, mate? I mean,
where have you been all my life, mate?
Yeah, do that more. You probably do something at some point.
Do something. Anything.
Now, this is not necessarily specific to All In, but the bad I have, since the return of Santana and Ortiz, Mike Santana. The dude's been away for a long time, and they obviously wanted to, reinvent him a little bit.
Yeah.
When he came back. Could have chosen any name, didn't have to go with his real name. And in order to make Santana sound badass, the name that they went with was Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, and every time that Excalibur says Mike Santana, I cringe a little bit, and a small part of me dies because I'm like, just call him Santana, please stop. Stop the pain. I just Mike, like, it's like he's gone next door to borrow some sugar. It's not a wrestling match. He's gone to ask if he can borrow a power tool from his neighbor so he can put his blinds up or something. It's like
build a shed.
It's Mike Santana from down the road.
Yeah.
Ugh. I just don't like it. WB66 chatting in for the first time. Welcome in. Good to hear from you. How you doing? Last couple of uglies, and then we can move on to the next match. Claudio and Eddie fighting in the VIP area. Ergo showing how empty it was.
Yes.
I just... no. And the ladder breaking on the ramp, wasn't a fan of that. It did provide some entertainment for me, though. I just flippantly said when it happened, like, see, British ladders are only rated for 100 kilograms. And everyone around me laughed, which is fine, but I wasn't joking. I was pointing out a fact. They're not, like, British ladders are crap.
Yeah.
So there you go. What I will say, WB66, is no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But thanks for your efforts.
Yeah. Nice try.
Yeah. And that's about it for that match.
Yeah.
Predictions. I went for Eddie Kingston et al. And that will take me to 3. Thank you very much. And you went for the BCC and Mike. So you get nothing.
I'll stick on 2 Sweet.
Do it. Next up, as I said, they rolled through on this. They rattled through these matches. Next was the AEW Women's World Championship match. Good luck following that, ladies. Skewers in the head and all kinds of nonsense. And here's a conventional fatal 4-way match.
Yeah.
That doesn't really have any build. Enjoy. Hikaru Shida versus Saraya versus Toni Storm versus Britt Baker.
Oh, I wonder who was going to win this one.
Yeah, you say that. I will get it out of the way right away. I did not go for Saraya for the win.
Why not?
Because, look, it's just so lame. And I know Freddie was with us earlier, and he said Saraya winning the title tops it for him, i.e. the event. I'm like, no.
I'm not saying it's good.
No.
I'm just saying it's so predictable in what they would do.
Yeah, but I thought AEW were better than that, frankly.
No.
Yeah, well, I was wrong. I'll take that on the chin. I was totally wrong. But, like, so the bads, I think, will sum up this entire thing. Saraya using "We Will Rock You."
Yeah.
Lame. No. Lame. Stop it. Just stop. I'm done with the kitschy Britain stuff. Like, just stop. No. Don't use your actual music. Your weird right-leaning song that tells people that they're going to be cancelled. Just stick with that. Okay? You've paid for that. You stick with it. It's catchy as hell, but it's got nonsense lyrics in it. He's just sitting back now. Look at me. I'm getting. Look.
I can see you going, so I'm just going to sit here and watch. Carry on.
Hated the infighting in the Outcasts. It just was not necessary in any way, shape, or form. There was no build to it. It just came out of nowhere, and it was just a method by which we could, like, have a reason for her winning. No, nonsense. Fuck you, stupid. Hey, Ali, welcome in. I'm in the middle of a rant. I'll be right with you. Saraya winning in general. bad. Just pandering to the local kind of bullshit that I thought AEW were better than. See, I said I'd need to swear in this episode, and that's why the Kiddie Wings can't be here. Fuck this. This is stupid. And also, Britt Baker deserves way better than this bullshit. What the fuck are they doing with her? Honestly, she hasn't had anything meaningful for the last, 2 years, and she pretty much carried the entire company, see, and the women's division on her back all the way through the pandemic. She deserves better. This was fucking stupid. In the ugly column, see all of the bads. They were equal as ugly as they were bad. And my rant is finished. I've got some goods, but...
You finished?
Yeah, have you got anything bad? You might set me off again, so I won't do the goods yet.
I'm not going to even say anything. I've got one good thing, which I don't know if you agree, was Saraya's mum, all the stuff she was shouting while she was there.
I didn't hear anything that she was shouting. Have you got any specifics?
I quoted some of them. I've got them down
here we
there.
Go. Right.
It was, get up and slap her in the fucking mouth.
I mean...
And then she got up and they were having to restrain her and she just shouted, kill that bitch.
I mean, she is a massive chav, so I'm not really surprised. I don't think she was acting. I think that just is what came out of her mouth, because that's the kind of crap that comes out of her mouth, because she's a chav.
I know, it's the kind of crap that comes out of her mouth, but I just found it hilarious because she was just sat and she couldn't do anything about it. And every now and then you could see Saraya's face just like, shut the fuck up.
Mum, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me regret bringing you on television. Like, there's a reason WWE wouldn't let me do this, and it's because you're like this. Yeah. Just stop it.
She brought the whole gypsy family with them.
Yes. Yeah. Including some people, I have no idea who they were.
Like, I don't have a clue who they are.
She made up new people to bring with.
Dad and brother was, but that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, her family's like multiplying by the second.
That was a shit rant, says Ali. Well, there you go. I thought it was...
I just gloss over.
Yeah. When I get on my soapbox, Dan just has a little nap. Otherwise...
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, the good things. You dyed your hair? No, I haven't.
No.
No? It's the same colour.
He's just not wearing a hat, I think. That's what it is. Normally he wears a hat.
It might be because I've got blue behind me. It kind of changes the whole colour. Like, this T-shirt looks black, but it's actually green. So it kind of... Yeah, that's probably it. Looks blacker. Yeah, probably the same as this T-shirt. The blue in the background strangely makes things look darker. But it went with the ambiance. So
the ambiance.
What's the point in having lights if I don't change them to match the theme?
The ambiance.
Anyway, good things about this Fatal 4-Way.
Anyway, it's me, isn't it?
No, it's me. Well,
okay,
I don't know.
I'll go on.
You can go. I don't mind.
I'm confused. You've confused me. Whereas, no, you carry on. Seeing as you ranted throughout the whole thing.
Fair enough. Let's restore some balance.
Yeah.
I didn't like We Will Rock You, but I did like Toni Storm using God Save the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not British, and so that was funny. Yeah. She's like, I'm the Queen. I will use God Save the Queen.
Yeah.
Bow down. Yeah. My wife hated it. My wife fucking hates Toni Storm, and I really don't know why. Like, really, like, of anybody in wrestling ever, she fucking hates Toni Storm. Cannot stand her. And I'm like, chill, will you? Like,
calm down.
She's a really good wrestler. Like, just chill.
Just chill out. Just chill.
You should have watched her in NXT UK. She was great. Like, no, hate her, can't stand her. I'm like, okay, right, fine.
All right.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Yes, dear.
Toni Storm accidentally punching Saraya Senior.
Yeah,
that was great. I pissed myself laughing. It was incredible. Yeah. The Toni Storm stomp to Britt Baker.
Yeah.
It looked nasty, but it looked awesome.
Yeah.
See also from my rant earlier, Hikaru Shida deserves better. She's only been champion for like 3 seconds, and they've taken it off her already.
25 days.
Yeah, 3 seconds, 25 days, same thing. Yeah. Anything to add from you, sir?
No.
Ranty or otherwise?
No.
All right, then. So, yeah, You're going to pick up a point here because you went with Saraya. Takes you to 3. So I didn't go for Saraya. Would you like to predict who I did go for?
You went with Shida.
I did. I went with Shida.
Do you want to know how I know that?
Because I already said it.
Yes. You said it before we even did it.
Fair enough. I don't remember things. I don't have a memory.
No,
you could have just had all the credit then. Like,
no, because somebody would have pointed it out in the chat.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, Dan. That's all I'm saying. Next up, coffin match.
Oh, yeah.
Sting and Darby All In, as
All
I
In.
called him for the entire weekend, versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. So I dominated the last one, so you can have this one. Go for it.
I liked Darby and Sting's entrance. They had the old Jack the Ripper sort of thing, and we had the Joker Sting back as well, which was quite fun. I liked the Joker Sting back in TNA Impact.
Yeah, that's it. The last time that I saw Sting was in an Impact Wrestling event at Wembley Arena, and I'm pretty sure it was during his Joker phase. Like,
it was so good.
Pretty sure. Like, I don't really remember that event very well.
It was so good, though.
Yeah, I know. I love Joker Sting. I thought it was one of the best things he'd done in his entire career. Yeah.
So when he brought it back in, I was like, yes. Yes.
So, but not only that, sorry to cut you off. The music.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that music?
It was Metallica, wasn't it?
Yeah. What's the significance of that
I'm
Metallica
not sure
song? It was Sting's theme in the final days of WCW.
Oh, was it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And it is, rather than using the studio version of the song, it is a recording from Woodstock.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. So if you ever go back and watch like the last Nitro, it's that song. Well, it's probably not on WWE Network because they probably edited it. But if you come across a VHS rip or something, then it's Seek and Destroy.
Cool. What else have we got? I've got thumbtack jackets. Cool.
Or thackets, as I called them.
Thacket. Cricket bat rather than the baseball bat.
He's done it before, but it's still a good one.
Yeah. Darby's hands being tied, but still doing the jumps and dives.
Yep. Channeling his inner Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. Sting being Sting. Just amazing how he still moves. Darby going into cage while he sat on the chair.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Luchasaurus. Quite liked him joining in. He's supposed to be around when Christian Cage is around, so why not?
Yeah, I would have liked him to be in this match. Like, I felt like this could have been a multi-man match.
Yeah.
Like 3-on-3 or even 4-on-4.
Yeah.
But
yeah. The coffin drop, but missing and making that whacking great dent in the coffin.
Yeah. I've got that in ugly just because it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it, but nasty.
I've got another one in ugly. The 450 onto the coffin.
That was a solid coffin too, you know?
Yeah, that was a proper one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from that, I quite enjoyed the match, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the only ugly I've got is that thing that I liked. The only bad I have is just kind of a nitpick, really, and it's more a question. When Swerve Strickland was put in the coffin...
Was it about his hair?
His hair was sticking out, yeah. So technically...
He was still out. Hold on.
Technically, is that coffin really shut if his hair is sticking out the back of it? I would say probably not. But yeah, it would have been clunky as hell to actually just open it, put his hair in and shut it again. So I will accept it. But I felt like they probably could have done a better job of getting in there without that happening.
Yeah.
You know, hindsight being 2020. Other than that, really, really decent. I was surprised how over Swerve Strickland was. You know, they really loved him. I didn't get much traction for my Who's Coffin Swerve's coffin chant, unfortunately, but you just laughed, so I got what I wanted out of it.
There you go. You're happy.
Thank you for your contribution. Predictions: we both went for Sting and Darby All In, so that takes us to 4.
4 Horsemen.
Yes. Next, a match that I surprisingly don't have much written down for, but just thoroughly enjoyed. It was the match of the night. Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. The local boy.
It's you.
It's me. Okay. I've got no uglies.
The
only bad I've got is kicking out of the Judas effect.
Yes.
It's a finisher. See previous episodes. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Goods. The whole thing was good.
The whole thing was good.
But to pick out some specific goods, the greatest hits of Ospreay.
Yeah.
The twisting moonsault to the outside, the hidden blade, Stormbreaker, Oscutter, all good stuff. All the things we like to see from Ospreay. I really liked the moment when they were sitting in the ring and just kicking each other.
Yeah.
And then Ospreay just goes in his face and says, he goes, fuck you. Jericho says, fuck me. Just, fuck you. Just love that interaction.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. And I couldn't have described that normally because we don't swear on this show. So just for that bit alone is why I was like, this episode cannot be family friendly because I enjoyed that segment too much.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed a lot of it. Fozzy, I felt like it could have been more.
Yeah.
They could have played the song a bit longer or played the intro a bit more or just been more Fozzy-y. But it was good anyway.
Yeah.
What say you?
Just as what you've said, match of the night, it was great. And I'm sensing a theme with Will Ospreay and what we like. Every match we've done of his, it's been like match of the night.
Yeah. And, even the Young Bucks said it on their Instagram story. They were like, don't tell Kenny, but Will Ospreay is the best wrestler in the world. I'm like, yeah, there's definitely an argument to be made.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely an argument to be
made. I'm really enjoying him at the moment.
Wrestler, to be specific. We're not talking, sports entertainer. That's a whole different conversation. But the best in-ring performer in the world, I think Will Ospreay is definitely on that very short list. Yeah. I just would like him to stop playing that kind of chavvy character because that's not who he is.
Yeah.
I like the humble Will Ospreay that we saw at the press conference to Forbidden Door. The guy who's passionate about wrestling and just wants to be the best he can be. That's the Will Ospreay that I want to see on television, not the soccer shirt wearing hooligan that we saw on Dynamite.
Oi, mate.
Yeah.
Want to go to Nando's?
Yeah, that's not him. Save that bullshit for Zack Sabre Jr. He's cornered the market on that nonsense. And, and he can have it, frankly.
Yeah.
Predictions. We both went for Will Ospreay. Obviously, I did think that obviousness was going to happen in terms
of... Just 5 guys.
Just 5 points each.
Yes.
As is the tradition. Next. AEW Trios titles. The House of Black versus The Acclaimed and Badass Billy Gunn. It's me, isn't it? Or is it you? It's you.
No, it's me.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, Julia Hart.
Just her mere existence?
Just her mere existence, especially with what she was wearing. Especially the interaction she had with them in the ring as well. She got in. She did her part. Although she did just lay around for a bit.
I will say...
could have struggled.
And I hadn't really considered it until it was pointed out to me. But the visual of 2 men forcibly pulling apart Julia Hart's legs probably isn't the best visual in this day and age.
No.
Oh,
twat the mic.
Yeah, that's what you think of that. I mean, I've got no problem with her, getting mixed in and having some kind of wrestling happen to her, but yeah, I'm not sure that ripping a woman's legs apart really is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
The women around were not very comfortable with that. Yeah. I mean, it made sense in the context. That is their move. It's not like they just specifically did it to her, but
no, it's their move, isn't it?
In terms of equality, and they did to her what they've done to others, and in an equal world, maybe they shouldn't be considering that. But
yeah,
I don't know. The whole thing was just a bit. Probably could have done something else and had the same effect. Maybe.
Yeah.
I just don't think it was really considered what they were doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
So we had the slap to Billy, slapping him.
It was quite a slap as well.
It was a hell of a slap, mate. Yeah. It was like, I'm surprised it didn't echo around the whole arena.
It did, let me tell you.
Like slap. Got that. Brody King into the barricade. That looked like it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then chair to Brody as well. He was taking it all, man.
Gets slapped around and thrown around. Like, he can take it. He really can.
Yeah. And then there's Black getting hit by the chain by mistake. Great. It was. I wouldn't say it was a great match, but it was an all right match.
It was a fun match, And I called very early on that this was going to be the pre-main event because you needed a kind of palate cleanser from all of the stuff that happened before. It made sense that you had a hardcore-y type match before it, and then this. I did think the Stadium Stampede was going to be it, then this is a real kind of palate cleanser. Yeah. No, they just hoped the women could palate cleanse from that one.
Yeah.
Not the best booking in my opinion, but there you go. I liked the placement of it. I liked the entertainment of it. Max Caster's rap was hilarious. I loved that. Yeah. It was pandering to a British audience, but in the way that he does to every kind of local audience. So that was all good. Billy Gunn.
Yeah. Billy
Gunn has just still got it. After all these years, he's still got it. Kudos to him. Couldn't be nicer, really, to be seeing him succeed in 2023. The Triple Famouses, I like those.
Yeah.
And then finally, the House of Black bringing a lantern out for their entrance.
Yes, absolutely.
And putting that down in memory of Bray Wyatt. That was really nice. Obviously, two of the three worked very closely with him over various points of their time in WWE. All very sad, really. I couldn't see it. I didn't see it at all from where I was sitting. No, so I didn't know that they had done it. Obviously, there was putting up the lights and things, but as far as I was concerned, I had no idea that was a tribute to Bray Wyatt. Aside from putting your phones up, which happens for the House of Black anyway, and has done. But
the Fireflies.
It was nice. Kudos to them for doing it.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah.
Predictions then. You went for the House of Black. I went for the acclaimed and badass Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
I did expect myself to be wrong here. I thought we were going to get another, acclaimed in, where were they? Acclaimed in New York.
Chicago.
That was it. New York is where they won it in the end, wasn't it? Acclaimed. Yeah, it was All Out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Acclaimed All Out. Should have won it. The moment was right to win it, and then they didn't. I thought that was what's going to happen, but I was like, no, I got to go for it. Maybe they've learned their lesson, and they have.
Yeah.
And they've got brand new belt leather as well.
Designs.
How much do you want one of those trios titles now with the scissors on the end?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No,
Really?
I don't. No.
Really?
No.
Even though you
No.
can do the scissoring with the both sides of the belt.
No.
Mate, it's
No.
incredible. Yeah, it needs to be
No.
like just over there, right behind you.
No.
Take down that UK title.
No.
They don't use that anymore.
No.
Put a scissor belt up there.
No.
Loser.
No. Well, you get one then.
Okay. Buy me one.
No, I'm not buying you one.
Okay. Well, then don't tell
Get
me
one
what
with
to do.
your own money.
I'm on 6. You're on 5 still.
I'm just 5 points.
And we come to the main event.
Yeah.
The AEW World Championship. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, versus Adam Cole.
His best friend.
Baby. His best friend. His brochacho.
Yeah.
It's me, isn't it?
It's you.
I've got very little negative to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for that Jericho Ospreay match, this would have been the match of the night. I loved this match. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to rattle through the goods.
Go.
Otherwise, it's going to be here all night. The MJF classical music entrance.
Yeah.
Boom. MJF calling for sportsmanship and then poking Adam Cole in the eye.
Yeah.
The match gradually getting dirtier and dirtier as the night went on.
Yeah.
MJF doing a successful suicide dive and then looking shocked at what he'd just done.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
The sheer drop brainbuster on the steps and then Adam Cole looking concerned like he'd killed his friend.
Yeah.
That was nice. MJF not being able to tombstone Adam Cole on the announce table, not being able to muster the inner devil to do that.
Yeah.
Adam Cole then doing it and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Them both laughing their arse off at Bryce Remsburg being knocked down.
Yeah.
Just laughing that the referee was knocked down. I thought that was a nice moment between the two friends. The chair, hot potato, and then MJF just putting it on his head.
All right then.
Beautiful stuff. The Panama sunrise on the floor.
Yeah.
And the Panama sunrise to the ref.
Yeah.
Like, they had planned this match expertly and just went from fun moment to fun moment, while also then having a cracking wrestling match in amongst all of this fun extra stuff that they'd done.
Yeah.
Incredible match. Really loved it. Have you got any other goods to add before I...
You've summed it up lovely.
Bad, the double pin.
Yeah.
I was losing my shit.
Yeah.
I was livid at this double pin. I felt like we'd been robbed out of a main event, but then they went on to fix it, and I was like, thank fuck for that. Honestly, there would have been riots if that had been the end of the event. It really would have been.
Yeah.
And the roll up win after what was such a great match was just a bit lame.
Yeah.
Really.
I've got one other negative.
Go on then.
Well, more like a bit ugly. Was when MJF was coming in on his throne?
Yeah.
They were trying to hide the fact that there was a bloke pushing it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that there was a bloke pushing it. So
there was a bloke pushing it, and you could see him like behind it, and he keeps on every time he looks up and sees the camera, he literally goes, "Oh," like it's down, but it's
right.
No, we can see you, mate. Especially when we get a side angle of it, because we can see you there pushing, mate.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Dying Star TTV. Good evening. Welcome in. I must know you because you've been here before. You've chatted a lot. You've previously been subscribed.
Yeah.
But you've obviously changed your name.
Yeah.
Who are we talking to?
Who are you?
Who are we talking to? Good to see you, whoever you are.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out shortly. Yes. So that was the main event. And in terms of predictions, I went with Adam Cole.
Did you actually?
I did. I really, really thought
they
were going to do the turn and that Adam Cole was going to betray his friend, and we were going to get super babyface MJF and super heel Adam Cole. And we almost did, but
damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Previously ABG. Ah, I see. That makes a lot of sense. Definitely well known to us and the channel. Then welcome in. Hope you're well.
There you go.
Yeah, so that takes you to 6.
Yeah.
Leaves me on 6.
6, baby.
Which means we've come out of another event tied. So things don't really change from a prediction point of view. And these numbers are probably going to be wonky because I forgot to put them in before we started. So I put them in afterwards. Let's see how they turn out. I am on 9. Mine's in the right place. Yours is going to be that's gone a bit thing. It's probably going to stick over the white line. Here we go. There you go.
10. Baby!
Just sticking off your box a little bit. Early days, and without remembering exactly which way we each went, I will say that we differed quite greatly across the Impact Wrestling events.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. I mean, we differed quite greatly across this as well, and then managed to get the equal amount right and wrong and end up tied anyway, which might be what happened again, but there you go.
Yeah.
And you will hear the results of those Impact Wrestling events in our double show next week. We've got 2 shows to do. Payback from WWE, All Out from AEW. Yes, they're doing another event back to back, and are planning on doing the same for the rest of time, apparently, because Tony Khan wants to do the bank holiday or holiday weekends on both sides of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And fair play.
Okay.
You know, I can't really argue with that. Because the moment he gives up either one of those weekends, WWE will swoop in and do something
They'll be
big with them.
Ringing on it.
Although WWE is still doing something on Labor Day weekend anyway with Payback.
Yeah.
And did last year. Clash was on Labor Day weekend last year.
Yeah.
Which, as we've mentioned, I went to and you didn't.
Yeah, but I had an excuse for that. I was actually like dying.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, I also went to All In and you didn't. What was your excuse for that one? It's a poor excuse, Dan, but I suppose we'll take it. And on that note, I will begin to play us out to what has been a very...
No, you won't.
Won't I?
What have you got to do?
I don't know. What have I got to do?
Rating.
Oh. Well, let's do that quickly then. Bollocks.
Jesus
I'm going to give
it
4.5.
I'm not going to give it that high. I'm going to give it a 4. Purely because my complaint with every AEW event, freaking long, man.
It was long, but it was still only... Okay, no, it was nearly 4 hours, and then another hour, 2 hours. Okay, yeah, it was long. Right.
Yeah.
Fair point. So what are you giving it, a 4?
4. So still thoroughly enjoyed it.
Still good. Yeah.
But I mean, G1 I gave 4.5, so...
I enjoyed this just as much as G1. And I wasn't at the G1, whereas I was at All In. Yeah. Did I mention that I was there? My girlfriend's son went to the event and she loved it. Well, I think everybody that went to it did, to be honest, Darren. Do you know who didn't go?
Yeah, but do you want to know something?
Well, I mean, the music's still playing, but go on.
You don't have this.
It's a fair point.
You don't have this.
It's a fair point. On that bombshell, I'm going to leave before the music runs out. So, until next time, I've been Jazz.
I've been Dan.
This has been the Main Event Podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I went.